There comes a moment in every soul's journey when silence becomes the loudest voice of all. A moment when God doesn't seem to answer your prayers, when everything you thought you were begins to fall apart. But what if this silence isn't punishment? What if it's preparation? What if God is not ignoring you? He's rebuilding you. When God breaks you, it's never to destroy you. It's to remove what was never meant to stay. You can't carry old wounds into your new purpose. You can't build a divine future with foundations made of fear, pride, or control. So he allows the breaking. He allows the silence. Because it's in the silence that your soul becomes still enough to listen. We often think God speaks only through miracles, but sometimes he speaks through absence, through the job that ended, through the person who left, through the prayer that wasn't answered the way you expected. When your world collapses, it's not a sign that God abandoned you. It's a sign that he's closer than ever, rearranging everything to align with your purpose. The silence of God is not emptiness, it's surgery. It's the moment when heaven cuts away what your ego refuses to release. You see, he can't fill a heart that's already full of noise. He can't pour new wine into old skins. So he allows the storms to strip you of illusions, so your soul can finally remember what's real. When God breaks you, he is not rejecting you, he is refining you. Diamonds are born from pressure. Gold is purified by fire. Souls are strengthened through surrender. You prayed for strength, so he gave you challenges. You prayed for peace, so he removed distractions. You prayed for faith, so he placed you in situations where only faith could save you. And in that breaking, you begin to see you were never in control. The silence becomes sacred because it's there you realize you were never alone. You begin to hear whispers you couldn't hear before. A divine reminder that your worth was never in what you had, but in who you are becoming. When you stop trying to fix everything yourself and simply sit with the silence, you open the door for transformation. God doesn't need your panic, he needs your trust. Every time you surrender your fear, your confusion, your timeline, he replaces it with peace. The silence becomes your teacher, not your enemy. Sometimes the pain you feel is not God punishing you, it's God pruning you. He cuts branches that no longer bear fruit, not to harm the tree, but to make room for stronger growth. You might not understand it now, but one day you'll look back and realize every delay was protection, every loss was redirection, and every silence was love, disguised as discipline. The world teaches you to fill every silence with noise, to scroll, to escape, to distract. But the chosen ones know that silence is sacred. It's in the quiet that revelation comes. It's where your spirit is recalibrated, your wounds begin to close, and your connection with God deepens beyond words. If you're in a season where God feels silent, don't despair. The silence means he's working behind the curtain. The same way seeds grow underground, unseen, uncelebrated, but not forgotten, your transformation is happening in the dark. The silence is the soil where faith takes root. When he finally rebuilds you, you won't look like the person you were before. The anger will be replaced with wisdom, the fear with faith, the confusion with clarity. Because the silence didn't break you, it revealed you. You'll understand that what you lost wasn't punishment. It was space being made for something greater. So stop fighting the silence. Sit in it, listen to it, let it shape you. You're not being forgotten. You're being forged. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer, every tear has been counted and turned into strength. When God breaks you, it's not to end your story, it's to rewrite it. The chapter you're living through now might feel dark, but the author is still writing. The silence is not the end, it's the pause before your resurrection. And when you rise again, you'll rise different, softer, wiser, unshakable. Because the same silence that once terrified you will become the space where you finally met God. There will come a day when everything you're living through now will make sense. The silence that once broke you will become the proof of how much you've grown. The same moments that made you cry will become the memories that make you grateful. Because through every unanswered prayer, God was teaching you how to trust what you couldn't see. The silence was not a void. It was the sacred space where your strength, faith, and divine purpose were born. He's not gone. He's whispering through the stillness. Be still and know that I am God. Motivation you need, where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction.